a quick update on what is going on with regards to the transformation. I have put it off a couple of days. I have put off getting started for a couple of days. The official transformation competition that I joined starts at the end of the month, but I want to get a head start on things, so I have started some basic stuff to get prepared for it. You have to take your before video and submit that in with some other information and stuff like that at the end of the month. But I've already begun preparation. I've already started to eat clean. I've already started drinking my water. I'm going to give you some tips today. I'm going to give you some hints and some tips on how I get prepared for this kind of a thing and what you can do as well. I know I did this in the last video too. It's probably going to be an ongoing theme. I'm probably going to, for the next 6 weeks at least, 6, 7, 8 weeks, be talking a lot about transformations and about transforming your body and what that means mentally and emotionally, and why it's important to be in shape, be healthy, have your weight under control, have some structure, all these things, and why these things matter. I just find, again, that for most people, most high achievers are very structured. Most high achievers are goal setters. Most high achievers are people that have sort of a path in place, and they've got strict tactics that they perform or that they do on a regular basis in order to get to that ultimate goal. This is no different. When you want to transform your health, when you want to transform your body, obviously I've got an end goal, which is this competition. I've also got a couple of other things mixed in there as well. I've got a big conference in Canmore, and I've got a trip to Mexico. So those things do help mentally. That's why I sign up for these competitions every once in a while, because it keeps my brain sort of in goal mode. It keeps my brain in competition mode. I'm a very competitive person, and if you're not, that's okay, but you should still have a goal. You should write down a goal, take a picture, do something so that there is an end. If you don't know where you're going, then you kind of go all over the place, and structure is very, very important. Again, I'm going to emphasize this. This is one of the biggest keys to success. This has always been a key to success for me. People know me. I'm the water guy. I drink water like it's going out of style. I bring my water bottles with me everywhere I go. It's a big deal. Water is the first thing you can do. It's a foundational piece. It's something you can all do right this second that will have an immediate impact on your health and on your body. It's one of the only things that does that, where you literally can start today and feel the effects of it today. If you're not drinking water, and I've got a lot of clients who don't drink any water, which blows my mind. The second they start drinking water, they immediately start feeling different. They immediately start feeling better, healthier. It gets rid of toxins, it does all kinds of wonderful things in your body. Get a good water bottle. The reason I use this water bottle in particular is because it's 2.2 liters. I drink 2 of those a day. I've got another great big giant one that's 2.4 liters. I drink 2 of these a day, and it gets me all the water that I need. I just find that when you've got a water bottle like this, it makes it a lot easier to stay focused on the end goal instead of drinking a cup of water, then getting up and going, get more, getting up and going. Now, there is something to be said about having to get up and move to go to the water fountain or to go to the kitchen or to go to wherever to get your water. There's something to be said about that, burning those extra calories. But I just prefer to have it in a big jug. I bring that jug everywhere I go, and that way I know I always have water with me, and there's no excuse to not drink water. Water, foundation piece. I'm going to pick up the groceries that will make the foundation. I'm going to give you the list here of my groceries that I'm going to get. These are what I call foundational groceries. These are groceries that generally go along with every program that I give. And now the amounts and the timing and how much and when, I'm going to get into that for me specifically as we go and further into this transformation challenge. But rice cakes, and I always buy the whole wheat rice cakes because they are a little bit lower glycemic. They don't spike your insulin quite as much. I find they're more dense and they fill you up a little bit more. So I always get rice cakes. Natural peanut butter. I think I talked about this in a previous video where I've switched from almond butter to peanut butter, organic natural, just because almond butter is 3 times the price, and for the difference in the nutrition. Actually, peanut butter has less calories. It actually has less fat. So again, depending on what you're looking at and what you want to do and what your ultimate goal is, I'm just going to go with natural peanut butter. Blueberries are a staple in my program. Sometimes I'll add some raspberries, blackberries, but blueberries are a staple in my program. Love me some blueberries. There's all kinds of reasons for that, antioxidants and fiber and all kinds of good things that are in blueberries. Eat blueberries every single day. Eggs, as everybody knows, I'm a huge fan of eggs. It's one of the most bioavailable proteins the egg white is one of the most bioavailable proteins you can put in your body. There are some people, a lot of people actually, that are building up sensitivities to eggs, and I don't necessarily think it's the eggs. I think it's the chemicals that a lot of eggs have on them. That's why I always prefer to get free range or hormone-free eggs, because I think it's the hormones, I think it's the chemicals that are causing an issue with a lot of people. And I think we're going to find out more about that as we go on down the line, but that's a whole other story. I don't want to get into that. Eggs, cheese. I always buy a little bit of cheese because, again, mentally, cheese is a gateway drug. There's nothing wrong with cheese, by the way, but some people can't tolerate dairy that well. I think I'm one of them, but I only eat 1 ounce of cheese, and I put that on my omelet at nighttime, and it just helps me mentally, because it just gives it a little bit of taste, and it makes me feel like it makes me feel like I'm cheating a little bit, which I am, and I will cut that out as the weeks go on. But I am going to pick up some cheese, and I don't care what kind of cheese it is. It's 1 ounce. It doesn't really matter. Chicken breast. I always buy the chicken breast, and I generally buy, there's a local company that sells it, free range, hormone-free chicken, and they call it miscut chicken breast. It's got skin on it. I just take the skin off and then cook it and eat it. It's a lot cheaper. And so I eat a ton of chicken breast, white fish, so whatever that's going to be. It used to be tilapia, but tilapia's getting, I don't know. I'm not sure about the whole tilapia thing. There's some people that still love it. There's some people that hate it. But I'll probably get some cod. I'll probably get some I used to eat sole, haddock. It doesn't really matter as long as it's white fish. Baby spinach, I eat a ton of that. Asparagus, white potatoes, because I prefer them over sweet potatoes. I just like the taste better of white potato. And the glycemic load of a white potato is lower than sweet potato. Yes, there's more nutrients in a sweet potato, but I like the taste of white potatoes, especially when you put them in an active fry. Tastes delicious. Cashews instead of almonds. I'm sick of almonds because I eat too many of them, so I'm switching to cashews for a little while. Then I'll probably go back to almonds. Basmati rice. Shrimp every once in a while. I don't eat a lot of shrimp, but I do love shrimp, and Julie loves shrimp, so we're going to eat some shrimp. Yes, it does have some cholesterol, but again, we're eating so clean and so healthy that it doesn't really matter unless you eat a ton of it every single day. But just sort of mixing it up every once in a while is fine. Almond milk, frozen fruit, Greek yogurt, avocado, broccoli, bananas, ketchup. So some of that stuff is for Julie. Some of it's for me. I don't eat a ton of broccoli. I'm probably going to eat not a whole lot of banana or avocado. I won't eat any avocado. Greek yogurt I won't eat at all. Frozen fruit, that's more for Julie as well. And the ketchup is for me because ketchup is life, and I love ketchup. Mustard I already have, so I will switch from ketchup to mustard as the weeks go on, because when you get to the end part, when you're getting to the very, very end, when you're down to single-digit body fat, the extra calories, the extra sugar in ketchup can matter. But for everybody else out there, don't worry about the ketchup. Don't eat the ketchup. So I'm not all that concerned. But that's my list. That's the grocery list that I will be getting over and over and over and over. It doesn't change. I eat the same thing every day. I eat the same meals every day, generally eat them at the exact same time. This is going to be tricky when I'm on the road. As you know, I'm going to be traveling, but I'm going to prove to you and show everybody that it can be done. I might have to make some adjustments. I probably will have to hit a grocery store when I'm in Canmore, or talk to my buddy from Canmore who hopefully can help me out and let me put some food in his fridge so that it's there, or I could just ship my food ahead of time. Whatever the case may be, I'm going to make sure that it gets done. The other option is to find a food prep company in Canmore. I doubt if there's a food prep company in Canmore, Alberta, But we'll see. I'll do what I got to do. But ultimately, worst case scenario, I'll have to go to the grocery store when I'm there, and I'll have to cook my food at my friend's house and do a meal prep, and then I'll have food for the week that I need to eat. So there's that. Anyways, that's it. So there's a few little complications, a few little hiccups, a few little things that I have to kind of work through. But most people, what they would do is just say, I'm not going to do it, and I'm just going to eat what everyone's eating at conference and screw the whole thing, screw the diet. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do my best. Now, I'm not suggesting that I won't eat some food that isn't necessarily on plan. I might. I'm going to try my best not to, but I might have to. I might not have an option because I'm not going to go 5, 6, 7 hours without food. So I may have to make some alterations to the plan, and that's okay. You pivot, you adjust, and you keep your head down, and you keep plugging along. So that's the latest update. I've been at the gym pretty consistently, going today. The split that I'm doing right now is a leg day split. So I'm doing legs on one day. I'm doing shoulders and biceps on another day. I'm doing back by themselves. I'm doing triceps and chest on another day. And sometimes I'll do a second leg day in there if my legs aren't still trashed from the first workout. So, and cardio has been sort of hit or miss, but I'm going to start stepping up the cardio and doing cardio post-workout to start with, and then I will be doing it fasted first thing in the morning for the next 6 weeks or more. So that's all for the transformation. I hope you're having a great start of the year. I hope you've made the changes necessary to set yourself up for success for this year, because I know that it's hard. This is the time of the year, believe it or not, this is the time, where everybody or most people generally stop with their goals. They've set the goal at the beginning, and now we're already, the 14th. And people at this point start to say, yeah, never mind. Or they slip, and then they're just like, screw it, screw the goal, screw the forecast, the whatever it is. And I'm not a big fan of that, as you know. I'm a big fan of setting goals, and even if you don't stay on track, I'm a big fan of getting back on track, because that's the key to the whole thing. It's not about falling. It's about getting back up. We're all going to fall. We're all going to slip. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. So make sure that if you're in that state right now, if you've noticed that you've slipped, and if you notice that you've slipped mentally, make sure you pick yourself back up, get back on track, because guess what? You are worth it. And so is your health, and so is your life. So keep it up. Take care, guys.